Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Melody. This video is for the star sign of Aries for this week of August 1st through August 7th. So I'm changing things up once again, so I'm not going to do the monthlies. I'm just going to go ahead back to the weekly energies. And then instead of doing daily live streams, I'm just going to go ahead and continue on with the YouTube shorts. That seems to work better for me, and I think that you guys will like it better as well. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm shifting things around, and I'm trying out new things because I'm trying to draw more people to my channel. So here we go with Aries. Let's see what your journey looks like this week, Aries, for this week of August 1st through 7th. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. So they want you to be grateful. Be grateful for, I feel like you're getting some healing energies. Taking shelter. The answers are within. And that's where your expansion comes in. And then vast vistas, expand your horizons. Okay, so Aries, we have Jupiter currently retrograde in Aquarius. We have Saturn also retrograde in Aquarius. So there's a lot of expansion happening for you with those two planets in retrograde. So I feel like here you are, right? I feel like you could be in a bit of an icy energy. And you know why? Because you feel boxed in. So Aries, you're being asked to go within. Take shelter within yourself, right? Because there will be something illuminated within yourself that is going to cause you to step outside of that boxed in energy that has got you frozen and stuck in time. So I feel like your ancestors could be offering you some healing, opening you up on your journey to some compassion. And they want you to be grateful for this healing energy. Through gratitude, joy expands. So expanding is what you need to do. But you need to have an attitude of gratitude and be happy and joyous with this healing energy. So definitely, I feel like this ancestor is holding the light for you. And I feel like that's why they're telling you to take shelter within your heart space, right? You know, you have smoke coming out the chimney. We are currently in Leo season. Here you are, fenced in. You got a fence around you. I always say home is where the heart is. You know, you're like almost completely covered with ice and snow. It is stacking up. So this ancestor is holding the light for you and helping you to expand something within yourself to pull you out of that box energy. So, you know, on this card, there's a boat in the background because I feel like there is something coming towards you. And you may not see it until you step outside of that frozen, boxed in energy that you got within yourself and feel this sense of joy from your ancestors, right? Feel that sense of joy and be grateful that your ancestors are around you and offering you this healing energy, offering you and holding that light for you. So I feel like that ancestor that's holding that light for you is illuminating this frozen, boxed in energy that you got yourself in on your journey. See, here you are on that journey. And then over here, right, here's your journey. So, you know, the answers lie within yourself. What is keeping you frozen? What is keeping you stuck? What is keeping you boxed in on an emotional and mental and spiritual journey, on your journey here? And helping you to step outside of it, helping you to expand expands. All right, so there you go, Aries. That's where you're at on your journey this week overall. So let's see what is happening in your headspace. We're going to break it down to your head, your heart, and your spiritual path. So Aries, where's Aries' head at this week? Healing sadness. Yep. I now have an opportunity to move through my fears of failure and can give birth to satisfying work, wealth, and relationships. So, yeah, so the answers within you, right, is the fears that are keeping you frozen and stuck. This sadness that is keeping you frozen and stuck. Your fear of failure if you step outside of your comfort zone, right? This fear of failure of, again, stepping out of that box, out of that comfort zone and moving forward, because believe it or not, there's a ship on the horizon for you, but you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it if you don't step out of this frozen fear of failure energy, right? So that you need to heal this sadness to build the stability, right? To feel more satisfied, to feel this joy, right? Feel grateful for this opportunity. Feel grateful for this opportunity to go within and work through the fears that are keeping you frozen and boxed in, so that you can give birth to new horizons, right? Give birth to new horizons so that you can, manifest your ships, manifest your abundance, all right? So you're working through some sadness. So the answers to how to work through the sadness are within. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in your heart space. Yeah, free will. So in your heart space, you have free will, right? Look at you reaching over and touching this fear. See the shadow within your heart space, the fear of failure? And then reaching over to what? Nothing. There's nothing there, right? So you're either going to birth and expand, step yourself out. You have free will to do so. You have free will to step out of that box. And that's where you need, taking shelter within yourself gives you that answer. You can either stay stuck and frozen in that fear, or you can allow this ancestor to light your way, right? So let's see what's happening with you spiritually this week. Aries, what's happened with Aries spiritually this week? Yeah, werewolf spirit, wild, untamed desire. So look, you're reaching over to this untamed desire to expand your horizons, to untamed desire to feel more satisfied with your path, to feel more satisfied. So here you are in that darkness, right? That shadowy energy. That's that wild energy. It is dark, it's like you have the free will, right? You have the free will to face that shadow and move in a different direction, right? So that's where you're at mentally, in your headspace, emotionally, and spiritually. So let's see what advice the crows have for you, Aries. Yeah, love what you do and do what you love. That's what they're telling you. Love what you do and do what you love. So don't let the fear of failure, the fear of failure block you, right? Don't let that fear of failure keep you frozen. So you have the free will to tap into what you desire. What do you desire? What do you love to do, right? What is it that you love to do? So don't be afraid that you're going to fail. Because you know what? Failure is only an opportunity to learn a lesson and figure out why you felt it, to change it, to heal it. What do you see, right? What do you see? So take shelter. Go within. What do you see within yourself that is keeping you frozen? What is making you sad, right? What do you see? For some of you, you could be using a crystal ball, tarot cards, oracle cards, be clairvoyant even. Love what you do and do what you love, right? It's time to bridge this gap, right? It is time to bridge this gap and feel a sense of joy, to feel satisfied with working, doing what you love, right? What do you see? Hardships. So look within yourself. What do you see? You're looking at the hardships. You are not looking at the fact that this is an opportunity for you to birth and blossom and to start loving what you're doing, right? So there you go. You're looking at the hardships. You're looking at that fear, that sadness that is keeping you frozen, instead of looking at it as, hey, I have an opportunity to bridge this gap, right? To step out of this boxed in energy and start loving what I'm doing and doing what I want to do, right? And be grateful for it. Be grateful. Have this attitude of gratitude. Instead of boxing yourself in and seeing the hardship, they want you to see this opportunity to blossom, to grow. Because there is a ship that you can manifest, but you're too closed off to see it because of this sadness, this fear of failure. So let's go ahead and see what's happening with love. Let's see what's happening with love for you, Aries. What's happening with Aries for love this week? Well, we have two. So we have anticipate and secret lover. So I feel like you need to purge something, maybe a secret lover. Maybe you need to purge not being able to communicate something. Love, lace, and innocence. Return your heart space back to the innocence of what? Loving what you do and doing what you love. And say farewell to, look, red energy, to this anticipating of fear of failure. Say farewell. Pack up that sadness and ship it. We got a red rose and a pink rose. Feel more compassionate, right? Feel the compassion. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify. So you're secretly anticipating, love. I feel like you're secretly could be either anticipating or secretly having feelings for somebody, and again, looking for it to fail instead of, looking at the hardships of the situation, instead of looking at it through a grateful energy and expanding the bridge to reconcile between you two. So anticipation and secret lover, right? Love initiation. So you need to purify them emotions. that you are secretly holding on to. You could be in this sadness, and this fear could be causing you some sort of high anxiety. So Spirit is telling you it is time to purge that anticipating energy. It's time to let it go. It is time to look within. What are you secretly holding on to that you need to let go of? What it is sadness, right? Sadness when it comes to love. Loving what you're doing and doing what you love, right? And then it can go even the same way with a relationship. So say farewell to that anxiety-ridden hardship, right? Learn to love yourself. Go within. Take shelter within yourself. Learn to love. Guess what? Home is where the heart is, right? Love, lace, and innocence, right? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So, Spirit's telling you it's time. It's time to move out of this frozen energies. It's time to expand your horizons. It's time to step out of this boxed in energy that you got yourself in. That's why you have high anxiety. And be grateful for the time to work through this hardship, right? To be able to birth a more satisfying relationship. So Saturn and Jupiter are both retrograde in Aquarius. Saturn is the timekeeper. So you're being, right now with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like you're stuck, right? You're stuck in this fear. You're frozen. So Spirit is telling you it is time. It is time to return your heart back to the innocence. It is time to start loving yourself, right? Love what you do and do what you love. It's time to start initiating the self-love and stop holding on to the secret anxiety. Be a little bit more transparent. So farewell, right? The moon. So the new moon in Leo is happening. So when it's at the end of this week, by the end of this week, around the middle of the week, you should start feeling this emotional energy of this moon. Say farewell to the illusions. Say farewell to the sadness, the fear of failure. Say farewell to what is keeping you boxed in and frozen in your heart space. Say farewell to that baggage, right? Because what's going to happen, say farewell to the sting of your emotions, right? Because guess what? That sting of them emotions, that fear, that sadness is keeping you stuck in this emotional illusion. Spirit's telling you it's time. It's time to return your heart back to the innocence. It is time to look within and be grateful for the lessons. Right? Alright, so there you go, Aries. That's what I see for love. So let's go ahead and get some angel messages for Aries. Yeah, the angels are telling you, Aries, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced, right? Any insecurities, right? Any insecurities with this red energy. It's time. It's time to review your life. It is time to seek the answers within yourself of these fears and sadness that's got you boxed in. It's time to resolve it. It's time to defrost, right? It's time to say farewell to the sting of fears and sadness and emotions that are keeping you stuck in this illusion. Resolve them. Bring yourself into a sense of balance, right? So be grateful for the lessons, and even greater for the blessings that will be bestowed upon you once you step out of this box and expand your horizon. See the blessing on the horizon there? So romance angels for Aries. Yeah, retreat. Time to disconnect. It is time to retreat from the world. Look, the masculine and feminine on there. The masculine and feminine will both be in the star sign of Virgo by the time these readings come out. So it is time to retreat from the world. It's time to disconnect, right? It's time to disconnect from the sting of these fears, the sting of this sadness, right? That is keeping you stuck in this illusion. It is time to review and resolve and change. It is time to expand. Face these fears, right? So what animal spirit is around you, Aries? What animal spirit is around you this week? Squirrel. Preparation. Get ready for big changes. So the squirrel is preparing you for these changes. The squirrel wants you to be prepared for these massive changes that are about to come in. So you need to be grateful. You need to feel grateful for these changes. Be grateful for the healing energy. Be grateful for this expansion that is happening. Be grateful for the opportunity to birth a more satisfying work relationship, romance relationship, and wealth. Alright, so what crystals do you recommend for Aries this week? What crystals do you recommend for Aries this week? So we have the eagle coming through. So you have a squirrel and an eagle. Imperial topaz, responsibility, respect, and what? Grace. Grace. Spirit of eagle, give me the strength to reflect on myself so that I emerge new and free. Thank you, Aho. And be grateful for that experience. Right? Alrighty, Aries, those are your weekly messages. Thank you for watching and have a blessed week.